Hey everyone. Let's go ahead and talk about application for our nail wraps. What we have here for our application, mini heater. You can use a hair dryer instead, but the Jamberry mini heater, probably one of the best investments you can make. Have a little buffing block, fingernail files, rubber cuticle pusher and an orange stick, some scissors, some little nail nips just in case we need to get the wrap right from out of the corner, and of course some nail wraps. I'm going to show you two different application processes to put this on. One's going to be the cold process. The second one will be just to heat it first. So let's go ahead and get started. Put you down here where you can see this. As you notice, this is a half sheet of wraps. So you have different sizes, and your wraps are always going to be on this clear background like this. That clear background is so that you can size these correctly to your fingers. Now remember what we've talked about, that Jamberry does not like skin or cuticles. So we've already done our nail care. I've already washed my hands in Dawn soap, and I have wiped off my hands with my nails with an alcohol wipe. Actually, I use the Jamberry nail prep. This stuff is amazing. It also, instead of drying out your nails, it conditions your cuticles. Definitely recommend these. So I've wiped all my nails off in preparation for that. I'm going to do two nails, my little nail and my center nail. So I'm going to give it just a quick little buff. That's it. That's all you need, just a quick little buff. I'm going to size to my finger. Now I know that it's really hard to see, but what I'm doing is sizing, and I'm making sure that that wrap is just a little bit smaller than my nail, which it is. So I've gotten used to which of these wraps go on which nails. And after you apply them a couple, 3 times, you will too. But I know this smallest wrap is just perfect for my little nail. So I'm going to take an orange stick, because remember I said Jamberry does not like skin. So I'm going to just turn it over, get it started with the orange stick. And I'd already used half of this. Normally I would take and just half it and cut it in half, because each half sheet you can use multiple times. Since I'm doing these as accent nails, I'll still have some left over after I use this as well. Or this whole sheet will give you 1 manicure, 1 pedicure, and then some accent nails, because you'll have a couple left over after that. You use these 2 big ones as your pedicures, and I will post about that later on, showing how you cut these for your pedicures. So now we've got this on. I'm going to bring in the mini heater, turn it on, and see how quiet that is. Normally when I'm doing my nails, I just go and I put this on the coffee table, I sit down on the couch, turn on TV, and do it, because this is so quiet that I can hear the TV, as opposed to using the hair dryer. So what I'm going to do is put this in front of the heater, and it's going to be about 5 to 7 seconds. See how it started to curl? As soon as it started to curl like that, it is ready. Move the heater out of the way. I have it backwards on my orange stick, but that's all right. We're going to lay it on the nail. I have a lot of excess on the end. Normally I wouldn't have that much. But I'm going to lay it on the nail, making sure it's not touching any skin or cuticle. We're going to press, 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 press. Remember, heat, press, heat, press. So heat, press, 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 press. I like to take the little rubber cuticle pusher, and then from the center out, I push the nail, making sure there's no bubbles. I'm going to trim just a little bit of that off because that is a lot of nail wrap. So now what I'm going to do is heat it again one more time. Wait for that end to curl just a hair. Don't burn your finger. Now that it's curled, I'm going to grab that in, just give it a little stretch, and press, 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 press. So I grabbed that little end we're not going to use on the nail, stretched it, put the heater back, press, 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 press. Keep pressing. Again, bring the orange stick in. And what I'm going is from the center out. So I go from the center out, center out, center out. And the birds are flying around the house. So it's nice and pressed. And once that's done, I'm going to take our little scissors, our nail scissors, and just trim off the end. Just like that. Just get the end trimmed off against your nail. Not past your nail, just against your nail. And then take a fingernail file and at a 90 degree, that's going to get rid of the rest. Now, some people don't even bother with the trimming, they just do the filing. So file it at a 90 degree, just like that. Gets rid of the little excess. For some reason, I can never get into the corners, so I always have that little piece of excess right there. So I just take the nail nipper, I don't nip the nail, and just nip that little piece of excess. Just like that. And that's it. That is our first application. You can reheat it again if you want, press it again, that's fine. But it is pressed down. So that is called the heat and apply method. So we heated the wrap first, placed it on the nail, pressed it, heated it again, did a little stretch and pressed it, and then trimmed and filed. I'm going to do this nail next. It's going to be called the cold application. I'm actually going to put the wrap onto the nail and then heat it. And I'll show you that application now. Same thing. You're going to go along and pick which one by your clear. If you look, that one's a little too small. It's showing a little too much nail. Move on to the next one. That's only showing a little bit of nail around each side. So that's going to be a perfect fit for this finger. Taking our orange stick again. And with our basic application kit or our basic nail kit, it comes with orange sticks, it comes with a rubber cuticle pusher, files, comes with buffer block, the Jamberry nail prep wipe, and there's a couple other things it comes with, and you get this cute little Jamberry bag. I've got mine put away at the moment, but you get a bag to put everything in. You can also order the application kit with the cuticle oil in it. Now see what I've done is I got it started without touching it. I'm peeling it back with the orange stick. I'm going to take my scissors, cut it in half. That's it. Keeping it on the orange stick. Now if you found that you got too close up to the edge, you can take some tweezers. You can also, if you don't want to use the orange stick, you can peel these up with tweezers. But I'm going to just take another orange stick, stick it closer to the bottom. That way I have a little more room to work. So this is going to be the cold application. So what I'm doing is I'm laying it on the nail first. grabbing the end, repositioning right where I want it. So I got it positioned exactly where I want it, and I'm pressing down. I'm going to take the orange stick and press it down just a little more, making sure it's well placed on the nail. Heat is what activates the glue on the other side that makes it adhere to the nail. So even though I put it on cold right now, if I left it like this in a day or two, it would just come right up. So I don't want to do that. I've paid money for these and I want them to last as long as possible. In this case, I want this to last about 2 weeks. And so I'm going to get my mini heater now. We're going to activate that glue. I'm going to just put my finger right in front. I'm just waiting for that wrap to just start to curl, and it did. So it's warm. I'm going to give it a little stretch again. And we're going to press, 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 press. Remember, now that we put the heat on it, we've now activated the glue. So we want to get that nice and put onto the nail. Make sure there's no bubbles. You can take your rubber cuticle pusher again. Make sure there's no bubbles. I like to heat it just a second time. And press, press, press again. I'm using the cuticle pusher to press. That's it for the heater. We've heated it twice. You don't want to keep overheating it because then you're going to break down the glue and it's not going to stick. So just a couple times. If you're using your hair dryer, be very careful as your hair dryer is much hotter than this little heater is. So kind of just give it a couple spurts and see if it started to roll up like I showed you. And got that pressed on. I have really short nails, so it's hard for me to just file the excess off, but we'll try. So at 90 degree, we're going to file straight down. My nails have grown out a little bit, so it's making it a little bit easier. See how that just comes right off with filing? Clean it up just a bit more with filing. 90 degree. Now for those of you who work in office jobs, you dispatchers, public safety dispatchers, anybody who's at a keyboard a lot, little secret is once you get everything looking good just like that, there's the cold application. Looks just as good as the warm application. But a little trick for dispatchers is take your file at a little 45 degree angle. Just take a couple swipes and you can barely see that. Trying to get it focused in there. Barely see that there's just a little bit of nail at the end. So as you're typing, you're not hitting the wrap, causing it to curl up at all. So girls, that is it for application. Peanut decided to come over and help out a little bit. So application is done on those nail wraps, and we will see you next time. Have fun. Be safe. Bye-bye.